time now, and gender politics play, and it worked. But otherwise, I can't speak to nothing what Portia do excel in that. But as it relates to this hospital, because it happened under her tenure and a fair time, me can't fight it. If the government decides to give it that name, me personally, and all indication, I don't think so, that is the case, because when you look, it already have a name. So I don't know if at official opening, if it will change. But the name what it have is already Western Children and Adolescent Hospital.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, her getting the name of the hospital, you know, something where you don't look on and say she deserve. As me say, I have nothing against it if it happen, would applaud it. But you can't argue with me and say she deserve it. And you won't say if she get one hall or one restaurant name, you can't say she deserve more. You would do anything when she get, it is you would say she privileged or she not entitled to none of it. But if she get it, she would the word, the verb, the adjective would be privileged. Like, you know, she not earn it or she not deserve it. She just get it as if she say thanks. Kind of vibe.
Thanks, Papa.
You know, 100 Live and others. Yes, we know that the reason why Portia were risen to the top to become leader of the PNP and Prime Minister of Jamaica. Again, it comes back down to a political decision, right? As we remember, PJ Pat's famous speech that Portia Simpson Miller is the only chance that the PNP have to retain power after he was stepping down, right? But people, the hierarchy of the party, know well, and other people in the country know very well that Portia do not have the competence to become the leader of the PNP and Prime Minister of Jamaica, right? And so those who were there under her, who know that they were more qualified for that position, was very, go ahead, Anisha.
Them just put her there, they are sure.
As a figurehead, yes, we know that.
People tell it as not she was running the country. All right.
We know that for certain that she was more of a figurehead and more of a political decision for the PNP to continue to hold on to power. You understand? And so, and when I hear people speak about under her administration, the economic reform start to take place. Yes, it is because at that time the country was in a position where we have no other choice. So whatever the IMF lay on the card, a matter of fact, it wasn't what the IMF lay at the card on the table. It was Edward George Seaga, who wrote that IMF conditionality plan and give it to Portia Miller and Peter Phillips to take to the IMF, right? It is Edward Seaga who wrote it. A lot of people do not know that. A lot of people do not want to talk about it, right? And because the IMF is not the one who wrote the so-called mission story, you know. It is you, it is the finance minister and his team have to write that conditionality plan to take to the IMF, and then they will review it and make suggestion and hold you to what you put in there. You understand? And so therefore, we know that Portia was just a figurehead. But I do not have a problem of them naming a wing of the hospital after her. That's my plan, because I'm not a tribalist.
Errol, you want my box to come and explain more on that?
You see, you know, I want to then change. Me want then change Lady Musgrave, the name from Lady Musgrave. She not deserve it. That woman.
No, that will change at some point.
It's a change.
Yeah. When you look at the history of it, it will have to change at some point.
history of it. Let me tell you something. I am not big on changing names of anything. Yeah, you know, remember the other day when they were going around and tearing down statues of certain people and stuff and saying that it should be replaced. I am not big on those things. I believe these things should be preserved and remain a part of history so that the generations that come after, they can know the story. I do not support tearing down certain symbols or whatever, because the only people who don't understand how to profit from these things are black people. The kind of Europe, all the church, them a museum, you go in and them go look on the statue, the shrubs, all sort of things. Everything is preserved and you pay feet. Long line. Some places now have no earning capabilities, but then put one something across, you pay, you go look.
Yes, Kizzy.
And the community benefit.
Good morning, ladies and
A lot
gentlemen.
of people in Jamaica do not conscious about our heritage, Kizzy. You're absolutely correct. Yeah.
Exactly. You know, say during the 2020 election, I found out me born and realize life in a Portland, but me grew up a great part of me adolescent years in a Kingston. Somebody background and make one serious noise. Tell Anna you.
Errol.
Mute. Errol. So and it was during hold on, Errol, 1 minute. It was during the 2020 election that I learned that there is a statue and a park in East Kingston, down a Philip Palwell constituency, when near Marcus Garvey Park. And if you no see that place and see the statue, a Marcus Garvey where should be revered, that the park they should have in an immaculate condition. Bush up, the statue will fall apart, the place is in disrepair. Right? We not take care of these things, we not preserve these things. I am not in support of changing things and me believe if it's there and then the history and becomes a part of our story and it is being told the right way. Changing the name, not change the history. Done not already. That is my opinion though. But come through Errol, cause
That is true. That is true, Kizzy. Because watch it now, Kizzy, as we just said a while ago. Them farm metropolitan parks and market, and it's only some park alone. The park them that is in the private domain, them fix. Them not fix none of the park them in the community them. Unless it is a PMP community and the councillor live there and say if they fix and all the MP rats up. That is all these things fixed. But for Portia seems to not supposed to name her park because she mash up Southeast, South St. Andrew. Decimated. She becomes councillor in 1974 and by 1976, South St. Andrew mash up and people start runway. Prenell Charles got jail, Eulalie got jail, my father got jail, a lot of people, my mother, I forgot hide. One heap of people from the Labour Party, they have to take for themselves. But you see the thing about it is this now, not supposed to name her far. Not at all. Because you see at the end of the day, she not fix back nothing where she mash up. She mash up Jamaica and she not fix it back. That's my take.
You mean to help mash up Jamaica?
Their top lieutenant in Kingston. Their top lieutenant.
Why Kingston see Errol come back here?
Here goes another man from the area. Errol would have lived through it all in life. Me only know a part of it. There you go.
I'm a comrade friend, come link me, you know. A best friend, you know.
Comrades alive.
Yeah, him want St. Albin bar. I want Richard St. Albin for meet where they might tell me if I go on Maya Street. Richard St. Albin don't know where I go on Mara Street, yeah?
But you know,
Albin or Real Madrid.
You know,
So
Errol.
when him think about Comrade Portia Simpson and him current member of
Oh.
parliament. Ask
My
him.
friend, it does a PMP because of circumstances.
Come,
His father was
him
one
tell
of
me, let
Siago
him tell me,
lieutenant.
come. Ask him if he want to come all a reason with you for 5 minutes.
Him want if you want all a reason. Come on. Him not really deal with political reason and thing, you see me? Surprise, oh, him not start cuss me and gone.
Errol, we just want to know if him believe. We just ask him one question. Him think the hospital the children hospital long St. James be named after Portia, yes or no?
Hear what them a say. Come on, you can't talk, man. Just one. Them want to know if they are.
Backside.
Hold on, him soon come. He might cut off that to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Them want to know if yet talk, him a listen.
Yes, the question on the board is, are you in agreement with the children's hospital that is being built in St. James? Are you in agreement that it should be named after Portia Simpson Miller?
I want to believe. First,
What
question first. I want to believe.
This Jamaica Labour Party administration, this government in power now, I believe.
And why them are name it?
There you go.
Because the comrade them, I said them for name it. So.
No, I can't. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. Labour right can't build something and name it off a PMP. You never see PMP do that.
Yes, but yes, you're true. You're right. You would never see PNP do that. But the reason why they're saying it should be named after Portia is the fact that it was conceptualized under her tenure, and at the time she went to China and secured the funding for China to come and build it.
She started planning.
Oh, good reasoning then. Good reasoning. You know, see nothing wrong with that part there.
All right.
If I saw a fear, that means a fear wish did. A fear wish for something build down there, so there.
Yes. According to the records, she was the one who stood up in Parliament and made her presentation.
Foundation. As she create the foundation.
See the need feet.
I can answer that now.
So we hear your comrade. So comrade says that we can look into it then. You don't see nothing in it then if she started.
You don't see nothing wrong in it. If Labour Party are gonna build it, I respect them as sure then. It's a part of respect. For sure I said thanks see that.
Well,
yeah, thanks see that missing piece where we never had a look back. Maybe down there so we shall build it. It really need it down there. So them realize that no one has show a little respect, you know?
All right. Fair point. All right. Thanks for your input. Come to Rusty.
I personally think that based on the fact that she was the one who conceptualized it, and went and seek funding for it. The fact that she didn't get to build it, we know why that was, because our own people and fight her. I think regardless nonsense and the shenanigans that she keep up when she young, I think she should make a genuine effort to try in the last half to do better, and she never get the support her part.
That's true.
I don't see nothing wrong with her getting a little glory. Why we can't talk same time? I don't see nothing wrong with her getting a little glory there. Because Siaga was the one who conceptualized highway in Jamaica from 1967, and they honored that by naming one of the highway that the PNP government started, not built, started. Bruce Golding them come finish it at CM Andrea. See? And they named it after Siaga, which I think was fair, seeing being is the one who conceptualized the highways around Jamaica, in and around Jamaica. So I'm not too saying I'm not wrong with that to name it after Portia. At the end of the day, the records will show that his Labour government built it.
Yeah. You're right. Yes, You're right. Vice versa. Do unto others as you would like others do unto you.
give her a little glory. That's how it go. We never like the idea of what she do and what she did and how she operated. But we know what caused that. She was young and she was being misguided by a set of people that was criminal minded and them on her apart. So them broke her in it. She'd have a choice, but she never make the choice to step away. But in the last half, she showed like a remorse. She did a try. God knows that she did a try. When she sees she a fail and her own people have fail her, she turned to the same Andrea and Bruce and Siaga them did help her in the last half. And you're like a great, you're like a glory, because that's how it go. Nothing wrong with that. I see a big deal in that.
If it wasn't PNP name it off Siaga, they were against it.
Yeah, PNP always against anything good and anything that is right. So we don't expect them to be with anything that is right. Remember, say PNP is a set of people. We take what we do and claim it, So we don't expect them to no glory for nothing, even what we do and them know, they might try if you take it.
Good morning.
If you go up on the Google website right now and type in Siaga, Michael Manley come up, then take all Siaga too. So,
Say something?
Then take
Can I say something?
Yes, then take everything.
Hey, morning, Orchid.
Morning. Can I say something?
Good morning, Arcade. Yes.
All right. In my opinion, I understand and I support a lot of what Rusty says, but I think they should name a wing of her. Because in my humble opinion, if that money was given under her tenure, it wouldn't turn out they wouldn't build the hospital that is being built now. Perhaps they would have refurbished the hospital or whatever. So JLP put so much into this. I think she shouldn't be named, a wing should be named after her, not the entire hospital.
But Orchid, there wasn't a Western adolescent hospital before.
Huh?
There wasn't a Western adolescent hospital before.
Exactly. And we know that that money would have been yammed off. That would have been gone. And nothing much would come out of it. Yes, darling.
They would have still built the hospital, but they would have cost overrun, would have gone in the trillions.
They wouldn't build the hospital that is being built.
Them still would have built it. Them still would have built
a hospital. But
what they would have done is they would have trillions and that would have cost overrun.
And it wouldn't finish.
Well, something like that.
Yes, Rusty. You're absolutely correct. They would have cost overrun, would have time extended. Because PNP never do a project yet that come in within budget.
I agree with you, JLP.
So the reason why it would have been built is because it's a partnership between them and a foreign government. So for them to save face, they would have to build the hospital. Rather than them alone put up the fund. But in a year, say the cost overrun, in a year how much domestic labor dispute and all that kind of madness that take place here.
I may know what the PNP them good for when it comes to building.
I remember
I love Sister P, I'm not gonna lie, and I've said this and I will always say it. I like her because I think she was being abused by the entire team or entourage from the PNP side. And a lot of things that perhaps she wanted to do as a person, she didn't get to do it. But for PNP, glory and benefit, and Sister P, wherever she is at this moment, don't even know a hospital is being built. In her honor, me still stick to my point. I think she should have get a wing.
Arcade, Rusty said something, a while ago that is very profound, And I don't know, I'm not saying it, but I don't know if we really grasp the profoundness of what Rusty just said about Portia. She was young, enthusiastic, and passionate about her politics. Yeah. She was misguided by some criminals.
And on top of that, she's a female.
Winston, me hear Rusty say, I'm here, I back it up. I will not give Portia a pass or an excuse because she was not a child. She was a grown woman and she know right from wrong. And if she was misguided or whatever, before her brain take her, she could have come out and confess and say, when she was young, she did some things and she would like to atone for it. That woman say, no boy, no girl. All when she a big woman, she still have a war boat in her. Nobody make no excuse for Portia now. No do it. Portia did. She was an active part of those atrocities. She was wicked. She did a lead man. Remember, say Portia having one a gang. You know when Portia go down a center and in like when Portia said, "Uno don't make me go town and come back. I don't know when me go and come back. Who me going for?" Portia did having gang a bad man. Portia was a leader. Portia never no gang.
Not a follower.
She was not a follower. She was not a follower. She never did a follower. I think that's why KD Knight never rate her. People think say because her education level. And not because her education alone. KD knows that she no easy girl and no easy not to crack.
KD couldn't manage Portia.
You think
Portia
KD
was
was a saint?
exactly
It was
Portia
no saint.
modern day nanny, you know. Portia modern day nanny.
You know, so the only one of them, the wickedest one of them of all time was Patterson. I am the only one never really have a gang.
But because Patterson was smart in his head.
He was
Rusty,
very
wow,
diplomatic. He
Rusty,
never need a gang.
Rusty, you want
He
to tell me
was a
that
smile and charm you.
Rusty, you want to tell me the Patterson is better than KD Knight?
Patterson know how to shape.
KD Knight never bad, but
No,
KD
man.
Knight did have a... Hey, remember, so KD Knight constituency was like Garrison constituency.
Not KD, if man, Duncan, be careful.
DK Duncan is the wickedest of all
DK
time.
Duncan.
Not even-
KD.
Not even the Satan no bad like
DK.
DK.
But Uncle Rusty, remember when them carry Imani down there and the people then say, them no want another Duncan down there, so.
Oh, and they never want her down there and then dash her away.
No one
Yeah,
Duncan
that's
know
what
where.
her father did.
They don't
I
want a
think she favor
Duncan
her
know
father
where.
so much I'm afraid of her.
Yeah, man.
They don't want a Duncan no way. I don't keep Duncan because he choose a different path. And maybe if keep Duncan they go up as a MP, you won't win neither. Because Duncan name is so mad in a all sort of things. But
Yeah, man. Then you see his sister, Duncan Sutherland. She can't get no seat. Nobody don't like her, you know.
they have one sister who work at KPH as doctor. She's a jankro. You hear? Always a create peer problem.
But
She didn't
Kizzy,
care.
but Kizzy, it has been said. It has been said that
Peer problem she looking at the health sector.
the one where you just call look while, the one who can't get a seat, the big one.
Duncan Sutherland.
Yeah. Then say she that rip it off her father, you know.
Yes.
Hey, look here. That the girl they go at Clarendon and for the first time she going on that with down the name where she run against Pernell Charles down there. No, not Pernell Charles. But the man named Rudyard Spencer. She go run against
Near to the
Rudyard.
fish place. Near to the fish place, that's all.
And the first in our history, gunshot fire down at the place there and people did all this in our politics. And I seen she go down there.
But Rusty, remember say Miss Cindy said she and her catch up to down same place down there, you know.
And she and the other Charles Jr. did catch up down there too. And say, she go everywhere I make problem. She stay same like her father. Right now, around a Mount View side she run. And a piece, yes, she create.
Then Rusty, then she did tell go to August go tell them the other day about she will get rid of the something there.
Yeah, man. I said she will get rid of Phillips, Venetia Phillips.
Yes.
That the blood clot, that process, man.
We have to be careful who we vote for and who we want to lead this country because some of them
Like
people
worse
are
than
waiting
daddy.
But all in all, to sum up the conversation, basically, the Uncle KJ saying still stand by his opinion, saying the hospital should not be named after her. I think Errol maybe have the same opinion, same way. But for the most
I
part,
have the same opinion.
well, you just come and you just come. You miss that part of the conversation. But Rusty, well, me
No, I was
myself,
listening.
me make me argument long time because when it first started, me alone did I say no, she can be named after her. Everybody else said no.
You say no long time, I'm stick take, I mean, you don't talk, and that, and that.
Well, my opinion is you can use my opinion any way you want it, because I give you a very balanced reason and answer, because I am not saying she should or she shouldn't. I'm just saying I don't think it's a problem if it is.
Yeah, Rusty, we hear your point, and I am saying that basically you have the same opinion as I do.
Okay.
Yeah, because that what, but I'm just saying that when I asked the question first, everybody said no, the no's were very loud. They're very, very loud. Once somebody say at the poorhouse, them to name after Portia because she love the poor.
No, but I go do her so bad.
No, no can't do that to Sister P. No, do that.
No. They say she love it. But I don't lie.
Remember, look here. Remember, we have Sister Babsy, you know. We can't do Portia like that.
No. Babsy a class.
No, but I mean,
Sister P have to fight for what she believe, you know.
Yeah, well, you know, this is
this
is not a new love for Sister P. It's not like I'm in love with her and I was ever in love with her. I just never think that they dealt with her fairly as a politician.
They did not.
We as Labour, right, give Portia better justice, probably more justice than she deserves.
That's true.
All the time we hear more grace.
That's not true again, Rusty. That's
true, Rusty.
That's a fact.
We hear way more grace than
$5.99. Kingston, then me back.
I think PNP did her dirty. And I think the worst thing that PNP did to Portia, I think the worst thing that PNP did to Portia was not sending her to school. Them take her from St. Catherine.
She never go your way. Them said she didn't go your way, Rusty.
Why you go do her?
No.
Which part? When?
Portia never see subject to Rati. Look here. Them take Portia from St. Catherine from she a 17-year-old and have her all about over town a shoot gun and a follow bad man and a follow politics and a gun down people place and do all kind of fuckery. She never get to go and no school for do nothing at all.
That's why I love her so.
And then now here no them have her.
She did some of the crab house they must get rid of the DJ
she was actually first. No, not the first, but she was a very young. Just like Bruce Golden went into the Senate and as 19 years old, she was a very, very young senator. And at first, she was a very young councillor too, at 19-year-old too. Yeah. And regardless of her fuckery she keep up, we have to give her some credit for nonsense. My father used to tell me, say, every nonsense there is some sense. And she said, kind of set one trend for woman on a level, not politics. Yeah? I mean, there was a whole heap of other people. There was a whole heap of other people before her that did better things than her. But she was there, and we have to give her credit time for that.
Portia did a bad girl still.
And to be honest, you know, when she was Minister of Youth and Social Security, why me I tell you, she one of them will help fuck up the economy still, you know, because she dash out money for her people and you fuck, you know.
Yeah, man, she dash money.
Dash out money for people. Yeah, man. She give them all one scheme down a Spanish Town Road, they down right from
we look like the Carnation Market when it won't clean, you know.
She give them one scheme down a Dela Creek Park and she use NHT money and build one scheme, right?
And build one scheme down there.
And build a rotted scheme down there. Two schemes as a matter of fact. And the people I'm living at free, not even dollar, not even a coat of paint, no go back on it from that. But at least she do something for her people. No.
I was just about to say, me can't blame her for that because that is what
we can't blame her for
about.
That.
And that's why.
As a matter of fact, I think some of these Labour MPs and member of Parliament and should take up. I mean, not do it the way how she did it, but they should.
Oh, she do it, but take a page out her book. Yes, I agree with you.
I mean, that's Mr. Holness is making an effort to do so and do same. So think that more MPs and more members of Parliament should make better effort to help some of the people. Because watch out, Labour right is not a very popular thing in Jamaica until recently, you know. And it's still not popular.
So true.
Because them still
So
get one of the,
true.
because even the margin of the election where they show you say labor rights still not popular. You still have to fight to win the election. And in any other country, Mr. Holness would have win with flying colors.
Mr. Wellness would have wipe out. Labor Party would have
Morning, Rusty.
Well, let me finish. I mean, it means if you forget something. And I think Mr. Holness did a wonderful performance, a wonderful job. Of course, with the help of us, because if I never we probably wouldn't see the light of day. I mean, I tell you that.
Probably. Not probably. Me stand with that. Rusty, if it wasn't for the bloggers, they would have
seen the light of day. Right?
I'm stand by that.
Right? But, however, God with God grace and everything else, him come true. And with your very thin margin, but that thin margin serves as a reminder to us as Jamaicans that watching a labor right. We don't have to do the do in a proper way.
Because
if you ever drop the ball, you drop out of the game.
Simple.
JLP, we just move the goalposts.
Instant.
And if you notice what going on right now, them in opposition and a thief government money.
Like crazy.
Rusty, stick up in.
That is to tell you that they are still in certain control of certain things, same way.
Remember you remember 2016?
What they do, them thieves, the whole of them the millions of dollars worth of money they defraud the government and the UWI and the tax network.
Everybody.
Them destroy the papers, them are move the rotted evidence, moving the goalposts.
Rusty, remember say
I sit down and drink wine now and I sip wine and I laugh. And I call we idiots.
Remember say Omar Davis did 2007, you know. You remember when Bruce Budden
run with it? What him do? You mean him run with it?
Yes, and check up a whole heap of paper. All the shot them couldn't find nothing when they got parliament, when they got
I know over where them say rat eat the paper them with how much billions
all
of
right.
dollars.
Remember 2016 when KD Net look on Porsche say, as we talk about the popularity. 2016, KD Net look on Porsche and tell her say, if a person is popular and can't rule the party will lose. Andrew one is beating. You remember that day?
Yeah. Not get no answer.
Did you hear the question?
But I want to tell you, so there's some merit to the argument because what you know, me say Mark Golden, so him no need popularity if you win. I mean, laugh till me nearly dead.
Everybody need popularity to win.
I mean, me laugh till me nearly dead because here what happen now. How you going to win without being popular?
Beg no chance because more your Barry opinion. Come sure and come up and tell me what I said regarding the thing. Barry?